Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Liza Long, and in this quick video, I want to show you my first encounter with Canvas, the new feature in ChatGPT for Open, with the full disclosure that this was a very quick chat I had last night. I just barely heard about Canvas, and before I could go to bed, I had to see what I could do with it. So you can see when I've got this chat open, it looks a little different for those of you who are not familiar with Claude. I would say this looks a lot like the screen that we get in Claude AI, and I do really like using Claude. But I just threw the first thing that came to mind. I've been working on queer theory for my for one of my classes, and so I said, "Hey, I'm writing a short speech on the importance of inclusivity and gender in the college classroom," and I wasn't sure how to activate Canvas, so I told it to use Canvas. Well, we had a little difference of opinion about what that was. So the very first speech you can see it gave me talks about the learning management system Canvas. Yay, that's great. So I had to clarify, and I told it actually I don't want to use the Canvas LMS. I want to use your new Canvas tool. And then it opened this screen up for me. And we worked on it together. That's truly the advantage of Canvas, right? Like, so I can click here and I can say, class, like instead of hello everyone. And maybe I don't like the word today, so I can take that out. Maybe I want to point is we so I can edit, I can, treat it like a Google Doc really, right? But then another fun thing is I can ask it to make suggestions. So right here, ask ChatGPT. Can you make this shorter and more inspiring? So that's just that one section that it'll work on. And it just works on there. Yeah, okay, it tied it into community. I like that, right? So you can see right away that this is kind of a fun tool, right? And then I can download the speech as a file. Once I'm done with it, I can download it as an artifact, which I think is really helpful. So when I click that download, let's see if we can get it. Here we go. Should have that. Here it is. Okay, so I asked it to save the speech, and I've got a PDF of it, which I think is really handy if I needed to use that in another context. But we went through several drafts together. We could change a lot of things as we worked together. I could ask it questions, and I felt like it was really just a very helpful context. Now, you can also work with more than one artifact within Canvas. So the other part of our chat, I kind of debriefed with it. So you can see there's two artifacts here, and I asked it for where I might be able to use this in the writing process, because that's what I'm really curious about. I thought, oh, this might be a tool where students could actually start with brainstorming in the writing process and move all the way to a final polished draft as they interacted with ChatGPT as kind of a peer mentor or a writing coach throughout the process. So I asked it to also create these prompts and guidelines for me so that we could explore what that might look like together. I'm trying to get that one up for us so that we can take a look at that one. So the second writing prompt, then when I chatted with it, I asked it if we could work on it. And oh, here we go. Here it is. So I'm asking it here, like, what could I possibly do to use this? And it gives me some information, more information about the tool. Says it can help me summarize. I was able to save this document, and then it gives me these writing reflection prompts, which I can download. Really great. I kept chatting with it. So you can chat with it to try to learn more about how it works. And it just says, where do I find these? This actually was true. I can access them with really easily within the chat. So I just click on the chat and look in the right-hand corner, like I showed you. Really easy also to create a download. And I just was able to come up with some writing prompts that I might use. This was a tool that it suggested. If I were to use this for my students to work on their paper, it suggested that I have them keep a feedback journal, which I think is a good idea. And these are some ways that we could track that process. We also talked about screenshots or video or even working in the classroom together to ensure that students are doing their own labor, but they also now have this assistance. So very new tool for me. I'm still exploring. But I thought it would be fun just to share a quick video for those of you who've never tried it before. Give it a try and happy prompting.